Welcome back to another video. This video is going to be about the one and only, the Olympic gold medalist, intelligence, integrity, intensity, the three I's, the only gold medalist, the one and only. Is true. It's true. It's damn true. Kurt Angle. So obviously we all know he's announced his farewell wrestling at WrestleMania, his last match, his farewell match. Sad, but I want to see him retire, like he said, rather than keep on continuing. He's not what he used to be in his prime. He was a wrestling machine. But so with that in mind, I want to take the opportunity to just show you all my Kurt Angle collection. This is all a mix of Jakks, some Mattel, as well as some TNA figures as well. Actually, I think I only have one TNA figure, which is awesome as well, and with one of the retro figures as well. So we'll walk through one of them, or each of them here individually, and I'll show you a little bit about them as well. But before we get started, I do want to point out here are all the kind of his close friends that he had along the way. They're all here also wishing him, saying to watch his farewell match. Obviously, you got Eddie Guerrero, Vickie Guerrero, you got good old JR, got Nature Boy, Mr. McMahon, love him or hate him. Obviously, his two buddies, Ray, and then we got Chavo Guerrero, as well as the COO and Lesnar. The WrestleMania match they had, crazy. Jericho. They're just some of them. So they want to be here also take the opportunity to wish him the best in his farewell match at WrestleMania. And then also, obviously, we had to do it on the SmackDown stage. That's where most of his time was spent as well. It was the GM there. So, by the way, if you haven't seen me review that stage, check that out. I'll link it down below. That's an awesome stage. So let's get started. So we'll start off from right to left, work our way up to the stage itself. So this one is I believe this is the SummerSlam exclusive, or SummerSlam exclusive. The SummerSlam Basic Series. Let's look at that face scan. Does look like Kurt Angle. That's a basic. That attire is awesome. I just put some belts around him. And then we have another Kurt Angle. Jakks. Awesome attire. And we'll go on to the back here as well. And then we have another, one of the newer basic Kurt Angles as well. I did swap out the gloves for blue. That's the AJ style gloves, I think. So we're working on it as well. And then we have another, we have a Jakks Kurt Angle. I do have a better one where it says, it's true, it's true. The thing about those Jakks ones, those are the Titantron ready at the bottom of their feet. See that? So I'm looking out for that Titantron. Maybe I'll get it. But at the bottom of the feet, it had that at the bottom where they would play the music when they would come out as well. And then we'll move to the Wrestling Machine one. This is one of my awesome figures because this is one of his older days when he was in TNA. But TNA did a pretty good job with their figures. I'm not sure what company, to be honest with you, that made the figures, but I'll take this one here. This is just the Kurt Angle jacket that I had extra, so I just put it on him. But man, this is a great figure as well. And then if you look really close, you can see his mouth guard, and then you can see some of his hair. This is how he sported his hair back when he was losing, I guess, tried grow a little bit. But the Wrestling Machine. Then we'll move on to the Raw Kurt Angle, General Manager. Love how they capture his neck. The broken freaking neck. Okay, so now keep moving on. Move to one of the newer ones where the retro figures, Kurt Angle. Probably printed this sign off as well because, of course, should put a hood in his hand. But here, the retro Kurt Angle. Supposed to do the Olympic Slam on there as well. So let's see if we can do it. Yep, the Olympic Slam. These are awesome. I started collecting the retro as well. If you haven't seen my collection videos of retros, check those out as well. Be in the link down below. I do have the newer ones, especially from the earlier one, the Hasbro's. They're all retros. And then we'll move on to this Kurt Angle. This is a Jakks Pacific Kurt Angle. I believe this attire is from TNA days as well. Because when he was in WWE, he never had hair like that. I'll tell you that. His facial expression. One of his hands loose, but it's alright. Move him out of the way, and we'll keep going back. So here's that other Kurt Angle I was talking about. This one comes. He used to dress like this in SmackDown. Here's a hoodie, sweatpants, and then you see on his shirt. There we go. It's true. Kurt Angle. So it's awesome that this is again the same one, the other one, but the other one doesn't have the jacket. I think it came off or something. Maybe I'll be able to find it. And then this is, of course, a newer one that came in. This is awesome. This is WrestleMania attire when he was wearing Kurt Angle. Almost like Captain America. And he had I forgot what you call those, grips. He didn't come with that, actually. I just put that on him. By the way, if you're wondering. It's one thing, I guess, I like about the face scan, TrueFX. They're awesome. We'll move them out of the way, and then we'll keep moving back now. So back here we have Kurt Angle. This is a Jack specific, the real scan, I think, when it also took place. This is more when they went from like the huge body proportions to they're trying to make the body proportions accurate or actual as well. So they were getting pretty good. See, face scan's pretty good there. His arm and the thing about his hands here also bend. There you go. So you can see where his hands bend back and forth here. But overall, this attire is great. Holding him the belt as well. Put him to the side, and then we'll move to this Kurt Angle. So this is the other Kurt Angle. One of the I forgot what elite this one is, but actually he just came with that jacket. And I did put that pants on. I had an extra pants there. I'm not sure who that goes to, but I put it all on him as well, so it kind of gives him that. When he was at Team Angle, got the Olympic gold medals. Put him to the side. Now, before we get to that Kurt Angle, you see that's a little bit different than the other ones. We'll try to hit the other ones here first as well. Here's another Angle. SmackDowns also. Got that tough tucker in the middle. The facial expression. You got the gold medal. The wrestling. This is pretty good shape for being pretty old. And then here's Jack's Kurt Angle. This one is pretty. This is, I guess, this one thing that they started doing well was incorporating cloth as far as accessories. So I'm glad that this one has cloth as well. And then good thing you could take that off, and when he always did the angle slam, he would always take the straps off. You knew he got serious. You knew he meant business when the straps came off. So you could do that too. Again, this is one of those Titantron ready Kurt Angle. Now let's get to this Kurt Angle here. So let me put him into comparison. Well, we'll bring this little Kurt Angle there so you can see how that's that Kurt Angle retro. And then that's the tough Tucker Kurt Angle. So you can see the height differences as well. Then we'll put this. So that's the Mattel Kurt Angle, retro Mattel, and Tough Talker Jacks. So the thing about this is the Tough Talkers was that it's very similar to the concept is very similar to that. I think they call this Trash Talker, right? So the concept is really similar to the Tough Talker of Mattel come out with the ring and the figures and the wrestlers would fight each other to recognize who they were, so they would talk to you as well. Now this one, all you do is move his neck or what that may be. This one actually does not make sound. I tried to fix it. You can see the speakers. As the camera zoom in here, you can see the speakers right there. But I tried to fix it, but I'm not really good at wiring stuff, so I just left it alone instead of making it worse or something. But that's an awesome Kurt Angle figure as well. So I saw that, so I had to get to this. Pretty good shape as well for being pretty old. We'll put him to the side. So now we'll get to the GM Kurt Angle. This is the most recent GM Kurt Angle. They came out with his son Jason Jordan. Again, the facial scan on point. Then we'll move on to the Olympic gold medalists. This is that entrance great Kurt Angle. Man, love this figure. The only figure that, well, not the only figure he has hair, but you know, this is his early days when he had hair, a lot of hair, when he debuted in WWE. I remember when he first debuted as well. Got that European belt, missing the Intercontinental Championship belt. Should have put that under, but look at that tattoo. Put him to the side right here. And next we'll move on to the Milk-O-Mania Kurt Angle. So there's that Milk-O-Mania Kurt Angle when Stone Cold was in WCW. It was Stephanie McMahon. And then he went on there. He kind of caught that same concept with Stone Cold throwing the beer, except he did the milk. But the whole milk truck, that was an awesome segment as well. You haven't seen that? Just check that out. Awesome segment. And then we'll move on to last but not least. This is when Kurt Angle was the GM for SmackDown. If you remember that, he was aware of that as well. He was in the wheelchair for the longest time, faked an injury. McMahon came. He had to wrestle. But yeah, this is an awesome figure as well. The GM of SmackDown. So yeah, that was my Kurt Angle collection. You know, Kurt Angle did an awesome job. He's a great performer. One of my favorites. One of the greats, obviously, of all times. He's in the Hall of Fame. But man, it's gonna be sad not seeing him wrestle anymore. But you can always go back and watch his. I'm glad he's getting a WrestleMania moment again to watch his matches. But I hope it's somebody good. Let me know who you think's gonna fight. Is it Taker, Cena, or is it somebody new? I hope it's Cena, and I hope he does that. You know, when Cena first came on, he did the open challenge. Anybody back there in the locker room, come up and fight the machine. And Cena showed up, and that's when the ruthless aggression started. So I hope it's the same concept, you know, where he comes up, challenges somebody, and Cena shows up. That'll be pretty cool. If you haven't seen my other videos, make sure you check those other videos out as well. Make sure you like, subscribe. If you haven't, to make sure you keep up with the channel. So this was my Kurt Angle collection of figures. I believe there might be a couple more out there. Obviously, there's a new one coming out. I don't have that one, the basic one yet. I'll make sure to pick that one up here as well. But these are most of the ones that that Mattel and Jax and TNA made over his wrestling career. So if you haven't seen my other videos, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel for more. Thank you for watching. Until next time, everybody.